I'm Helen. I'm a teacher from Los Angeles English School, and today we're going to be talking about the writing task number 2 on your IELTS exam. So if you're preparing for the IELTS exam, you know that we have two different parts for the writing task. It's task number 1 and task number 2. So for task number 2, you need to write the essay, and the essay should contain 250 words. How to start writing the essay? Let's imagine you're on your IELTS exam and you get a task sheet. What can you see in your task sheet? For example, let's have a look. Psychologists have known for many years that color can affect how people feel. For this reason, attention should be given to color schemes when decorating places such as offices and hospitals. How true is this statement? So this is what you see on your task sheet. What should you start with? So first you need to write the introduction to your essay. No. First you have to think about your plan. So during the exam you get the task sheet. The task sheet has this question, the similar question. On your task sheet you can write anything. You can make some drafts, you can take some notes, you can write your plan. And the examiner won't see your task sheet. What you get the task sheet and you also get the answer sheet. So before the exam you should be familiar with this answer sheet, and you should practice writing your essay on the answer sheet. It looks like this. Wait a second. So this is your answer sheet for task number 2. So while preparing for the exam, you write your essays and you count the number of words. This will help you to understand how much you need to write during the exam, and you won't need to count each word. So you will just write your essay and see, maybe it's not 250 words, maybe it's less, because you remember how much space was filled during the task preparation. Okay, so don't forget about this answer sheet. Okay, so what do you need to do first? On your task sheet, you need to write the plan. So you should probably do it in about 5 minutes, not more. But don't start writing the essay just right away when you see the task, because it's really important to plan your essay. The essay should be perfectly organized, because if it's not organized correctly, you will lose your scores. And of course, you don't want this to happen. So first, what you do, you need to plan your essay. Your essay should contain the following steps. The first one is the introduction. So how to write the introduction? You just have a look at your question, for example, like this, and you need to rephrase the first sentence of the task. For example, here we have, psychologists have known for many years that color can affect how people feel. Then, this is the first sentence. How to rephrase the sentence? You just need to rephrase as many words as possible. You just need to think about different synonyms. For example, you start psychologist. So how can I change the word psychologists? So how can you change the word psychologists? For example, you can say specialists in psychology, or you can say scientists, for example, or you can say psychological studies show, okay, instead of using the word psychologists. The next, have known for many years. So know, have known. So what can you use instead of know? So we can say to be aware. For example, we can say specialists in psychology have been aware for many years. Color can affect how people feel. So what about the word affect? So you can say to have a great impact on, or to influence, okay? How people feel, so how people feel. Actually, you can say to have a great impact on people's mood or emotional states. So you rephrase as many words as possible. Make a similar sentence but using different words. So let's have a look at my example. Psychological studies show that color has a great impact on people's emotional state and their mood. It is the first part of your introduction. So the first part of your introduction, you just rephrase the main sentence. The next part of your introduction, it's part B, you have to state your opinion. This is called thesis statement. So you need to give the reader the information what you are going to write about. So you need to state your personal opinion and just say exactly what you are going to write about. Okay, so for example, you can say that you can use the second sentence. You also need to rephrase it a little bit. For example, attention should be given, yeah? Instead of attention should be given, you can say you should take into account, or you should consider, you should pay attention to. Color schemes. So schemes, it's like combination. You can say to the combination of colors. When decorating places, such as offices and hospitals, so when decorating, you can say while making a design or while designing. Places such as offices and hospitals, so offices. You can say workplaces. Hospitals. You can say clinics. So rephrase the second sentence and give your opinion. So the next sentence would be, if you agree completely, you can say I completely agree with this statement. If you disagree, you can say I completely disagree with this statement. You say your opinion. So I would write I completely agree. I would connect the previous sentence with the next one and I would say, therefore, I completely agree that people who are responsible for designing workplaces and clinics should take into consideration color combinations while designing these places. So it is my option. So, and this is actually your introduction. So don't forget, your introduction should contain A, the statement, the main statement that you just paraphrase, and secondly, this is the thesis statement, it's your opinion, what you think, and the main idea of your essay, what you are going to write about. So the next step is you need to write your body, so the body of your essay. The body of your essay may contain at least 2 paragraphs. Before thinking about your body paragraphs, you should be very careful while answering the question, because you cannot just write about, for example, just about color and say, I think color is important, blah 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 blah, and you need to read carefully. So here we speak about color, the effect of color. But we have here two important things. It's they speak about color, not in general about decoration. You cannot write about your living room or about your home or about your kitchen. So we have here offices and hospitals. So your essay should be namely about these 2 places. So don't write in general, don't answer the question in general, be very careful. You need to understand what exactly they want you to write about. So that's why you think, so I need to organize my body paragraphs logically. So I would do it like this. First, I would write about offices, then I would write about hospitals. So in my opinion, 2 body paragraphs, it's enough. So I would write my introduction and then I would divide my body into 2 paragraphs. So write about offices, write about hospitals. So since you have written your body paragraphs, then you need to think about the conclusion. So you write in conclusion, put a comma, and write the conclusion. If you realize that you don't have any time for the conclusion, just stop writing, stop where you are, put a full stop, and write in conclusion, put a comma, and write the conclusion. How to write the conclusion? You just need to summarize again all the information given in your essay. For this, you even can think how to paraphrase the main statement, the main question of your essay. Rephrase it one more time, use different words, and just write some main idea in general. So these were some tips on writing test number 2 on your IELTS exam. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful and you liked it, please don't forget to press like. Subscribe to our channel and study English with us. If you want to download this answer sheet for your task number 2, you can visit the official IELTS website and you find the answer sheet there. Have a great day. Bye bye.